All right, so let's talk about something pretty incredible. We're going to explore this really ambitious idea, the quest to take a classic, beloved soul song and turn it into something, well, something real, a literal, rolling revolutionary movement for unity. Sounds crazy, right? Let's get into it.
And it all kicks off with these words. I mean, you know them, right, from the OJs. But for the folks behind this whole thing, this isn't just a catchy tune. It's the blueprint. It's the call to action that lit the fuse for this entire global project, which, brings us right to the heart of it. This is the big question we're tackling today. In a world that feels so fractured, so divided, can a 70s soul song, a nearly 50-year-old song, actually do something to help heal it? Can it really inspire a movement? It's a huge ask. So let's see. Okay, so section 1, the spark. Where does an idea this huge even come from? Well, you might be surprised. It wasn't dreamed up in some corporate boardroom. Nope. It started with a really simple observation, a single moment of clarity on a packed train. So picture this. The founder, a guy named John Stone, he's on a New York City subway. He just looks around the car, and what does he see? He sees this subculture, as he calls it. You've got people from every walk of life, a Jewish man over here, a Chinese woman there, a Hispanic gentleman, all packed in together, sharing the same air, but total silence. They were completely isolated from each other. It was like a perfect, sad snapshot of how disconnected we've become. And that quote right there, that's the light bulb moment. That's the core mission being born. Just that simple thought. What if? What if you could just break that silence? Get him talking. And the idea was to start the conversation with a really simple but powerful question. What are we going to do to change our world today? And just like that, the whole concept of the Love Train was born as a way to get people to just connect. All right, so section 2, the engine. An idea is great, but how do you actually get it moving? How do you make it real? Well, for the Love Train, the first step to getting this vision on track was making it official. And here it is. This is huge. This proclamation grounds the whole thing in reality. The mayor of Canton, Ohio, which, by the way, is the OJ's hometown, how perfect is that? They officially named the city the origin station of the Love Train. I mean, that gives the project instant credibility, a real home base. And once it had a home, it started picking up steam fast. So the concept, Hearts Coming Together, that was born back in 2007. Just 2 years later, in 2009, they launched the first actual Love Train ride. Then by 2011, get this, they're hosting huge events with celebs like Magic Johnson and Mike Tyson to raise money for the OJ Scholarship Fund. So yeah, this thing had some serious pull right from the start. And here's what I think is so important about those early days. Their guiding principle was taken straight from the song. Don't need no ticket, just get on board. For the first few years, the whole event was totally free. They were really staying true to the lyrics. It wasn't about making money. It was about building community. It was just this open invitation to everyone, radically inclusive. Okay, on to section 3, the detour. Because, like any great story, the journey wasn't all smooth sailing. The Love Train hit some serious roadblocks. The project was almost literally derailed, forcing them to completely rethink everything. And I'm not kidding, the roadblocks were massive. First, and you can't make this up, the railroad they were partnered with had an actual engine derailment. So the physical rides just stopped. And then, as if that wasn't enough, the global pandemic hits. And suddenly, the entire idea of packing people onto a train, yeah, that was impossible. It really felt like the whole vision had hit a dead end. But this is where the story gets so cool. Instead of just giving up, they pivoted hard. They took the Love Train into the virtual world of Second Life. So what was once this physical local thing suddenly became virtual and global. They figured out a way to keep the dream alive, a way to beat physical distance and all the pandemic restrictions. Just brilliant. And the impact of this move? Well, listen to this. The founder's 96-year-old grandmother, she'd been watching the news, feeling like the world was just ending. But then she saw the project reborn in this virtual space. And she said this, "I don't feel like it's the end anymore. I feel like it's just the beginning." I mean, wow, that's such a powerful testament. This pivot didn't just save the project, it literally reignited hope. So now, Section 4, the destination. After surviving all of that, you better believe the love train has its sights set on something even bigger, something even more ambitious. The final destination, it's a massive global vision. So here's the grand plan. The ultimate dream is a real-life, physical train that's way more than just a fun ride. Think of it as a traveling platform for change. It would literally roll from one community to the next. And check this out, each train car would be dedicated to a different cause or service. It's all about engaging directly with communities right where they are to create real change by connecting these amazing visionaries with the resources and the people who need them. And just look at who they're dreaming of bringing on board as passengers. This isn't just wishful thinking. They've actually talked to people like the real Dr. Patch Adams. I mean, just imagine a train pulling into your town with a medical car full of his clown doctors. And the next car over is Habitat for Humanity, ready to build. And another one is an art car for community murals, or a gardening car, or a tech car with solar experts. Even a business car with philanthropists like Richard Branson. It's like a traveling ecosystem for doing good. Here's a little detail that's just wild. There have been these little moments of serendipity all along the way. The engine on the very first train they ever used, it just so happened to have the number 777 on it. And for the founders who point out that the numeric value of the words God, heaven, and earth actually adds up to 777, this wasn't just some random coincidence. To them, it was a sign that they were on the right track. And that really brings us to the urgency behind this whole thing. This quote is from Eddie Levert himself, the legend from the OJs. And he's not just some passive supporter. He is a passionate driving force. For him, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for the future. It's a mission for right now. When he says, not tomorrow, today, that's a serious call to action. So that's what we'll leave you with. A question, directly for you. The whole point of the Love Train is that it's a platform for everyone's gifts. A place where all our individual skills and talents can come together to build something bigger. So, if this train, packed with all this hope and all this possibility, actually pulled into your town, what would you bring on board? What's your contribution? What's the one thing you'd add to the journey?